Hello, welcome back. So today I am checking out the Dehler 38. I'm with my friend Rick, who's a brand manager for Dehler and also Solaris for Windcraft here in Australia. If there's anything to know about performance sailing boats that Rick doesn't, that's not known by Rick, then it's probably not really worth knowing, is what I've been picking up so far today. But he's just going to do us a favour and unravel some of what actually is a performance racing, cruising, sailing boat, and what stuff should we look at. So, Rick, Dehler 38, boat I know you spent a bit of time on. What actually makes a performance, well, what do you say, performance cruiser? Performance?
Yeah, they really are in the category of performance cruiser. Because they're a beautiful combination of both. So their design is that they want to be, someone who wants to club race,
Yep.
or, race or twilight race, who wants a performance out of their boat. So design-wise, they tick that box, and also who want the luxurious, fit out down below, spaciousness, being able to take their family away on the boat, cruising as well. So performance cruiser, you have it.
Beautiful. And if you're looking around, it gets bantered around so much, right? This idea of performance boats, some really cruising boats get 2 extra winches and a bowsprit, and suddenly they're trying to be a far 40. So what, when you're looking and you say, right, this truly makes a performance boat, what kind of features would you expect to see?
Yeah, look, it's, and again, a good question. It's really, the features are a boat that is, on the cruising side, easily sailed, so easily handled, a good setup of a boat, but also the deck setup is really, a pleasure when you're wanting to club race or, sail the boat competitively. Fundamentally, the design is the essence of a boat, and that's both interior and exterior, but the whole design is very important when it comes to a performance boat. So that's number one. Then you build the rest of the boat around that. These are, as I said, I think a 50-50 when we were talking earlier. And they really are a superb sailing boat performance-wise. You'll do very well with this kind of boat with a full crew. But at the same time, you can sail them very easily 2 up.
Yep.
Husband, wife and kids, which is, I guess, most of our owners are in that category of both. They want to do some round the boys, but they also want to take the family away. So then you've got, with your on deck, the part of the setup being, the twin wheel steering, which is a delight now because it gives you a lot of access, a lot of room in your cockpit space, and also good deck room. Easily, a lot of thought's gone into the design up top, and also down below. There's as far as 2 different cabins. Our enclosed toilet and shower area. Mm-hmm. This nice dinette, which is quite spacious for a 38-footer.
Yeah.
And it's, again, on the 46, which is our larger model. You've even got your own private ensuite cabin and ensuite toilet, and shower. So nice, comfortable features that you can take the boat up to Hamo Race Week, for example, and do the week, but that's really an excuse to go to the Whitsundays because most of our owners go cruising around either side of it as well, so and entertain their guests and enjoy the cruising grounds up there. So
awesome, mate. And excusing the pun, but the $1 million question. So often when I'm working with someone and they're in a couple or a relationship, then one of the two of them is usually the keener about sailing and boats than the other. And so one is kind of driving this being the family activity, and the other one is going along and keen to do it, but certainly not saying we've got to buy a boat today. And when you get those couples and they come and buy a boat, how do you find the other person? So after if you've got one person passionate about sailing, the other one just wants to be spending time with the family. What's their feedback a year later, 2 years later about these boats?
Yeah, they I guess in that time, they've well and truly fallen in love with the boat.
Yeah.
They absolutely can see in the design, they can see the quality of the boat, but they also love how everything works. And this is it with the Dehler brand, is that they are a step up,
right,
as far as quality, as far as build quality is concerned, but they are a step up as far as finish is concerned also. So the interior finish, even exterior, is really second to none. So they've basically, by that stage, fallen in love with the boat. And part of what we do is we show people, especially if they're new to it, just how easy they are to manage, how easy they are to sail.
Yeah.
And that's not just because it's a performance boat, but they are a well set up boat for two people to take cruising up to the Whitsundays.
Yeah, awesome. And finally, when you're looking to choose a boat, one of the things I think is hard here in Australia compared to when I was growing up in the UK is that, if you do get if you find some boat that gets written up in Yachting World and there's none in Australia, you're always really just sailing to a number. Do you think it's important to try and look for, brands and companies, be it Dehler or other ones, that have actually got a bit of a following, so you can race similar boats? Is that? Do people enjoy that on the racing?
Oh, look, definitely. There's again, most of our clients are family members, and that's huge with us. So yeah, I think people, and racing too, it's very enjoyable if you've got a like for like sort of boat that you can race against. It just makes it all the more fun. We did Geelong Race Week recently, and that was a fantastic experience because we had several of our designs all the same size in the same division.
Awesome.
So it was a race within a race.
Yeah.
And all of those were families, and they loved it. It was one of the, in fact, regatta I did recently with one of the families, and they just had their best time ever on a boat. So
wow,
it is, that almost like a one design class.
Yeah.
It is a fantastic, way to set up. And also we do a lot of cruising together. So people share stories, share tips and hints, and it's a good thing. Yeah, good way to do it.
Thanks, mate. And my final thought, when you get the performance boats, it's easy to end up getting kind of drawn into trying to make the boat really, really racy. I'm still very keen on the boom bag setup and having a furling head sail, just so that you go sailing more. And I think the more time you spend at the helm, the better you'll get at sailing.
Yep.
What are your thoughts around that?
Yeah, look, I agree. You can have a technician, someone like me, on the boat, and honestly, I can go nuts as far as how you can improve the performance of the boat. 9 times out of 10, it's how you can improve your performance on the boat, not the performance of the boat. This is the secret to it. And I think we were talking about, the furler, which our boats come standard with, is a fantastic way to just drop your lines and get out to the twilight. Time on the water is irreplaceable. So these are really simple boats to set up and sail. You're not having to, open up bags, drag sails out, and ruin your interior. They're not an out-and-out racing boat. They're a very, very simple boat to sail, and simple boat to set up and just hop on and go for a twilight race. That way you're then spending valuable time on the water rather than spending an hour setting it up.
Yeah, awesome. Well, mate, thanks very much, and I will look forward to seeing you at the boat show soon.
Can't wait.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.